the world of pro wrestling, especially in this region.
Facade, you ready?
The fact that Matt Cross has come to contest for it is all the proof you need of that.
Nice show of sportsmanship there, slapping of the hands. I think it's safe to say that everyone in this building is about to witness a great match.
Collar and elbow, and you're going to see, in my estimation, two athletes with a lot of mutual respect for one another, a lot of mutual respect for the rules and regulations, and just want to be out there for the spirit of competition. Certainly, both men would give anything to capture that championship or retain that championship, depending on who they be. But I think you're going to see it contested in a fair and just way.
Well, Facade kind of showing Matt Cross how it is here.
That's how it is?
Apparently.
Okay. Didn't know it was like that, but it might want to get checked out by a doctor.
Giving him the little Martin Lawrence there in the middle of the ring. Very flashy individual, very unique.
Well, same can be said about Matt Cross. The parallels continue. But you notice the caution both men are moving in with this matchup. They don't want to make a mistake early because they know their opponent's good enough to capitalize instantaneously. This match could be over before it starts.
Oh yeah, either one of these guys could build right on top of the smallest mistake you can imagine right there. Facade runs right into Cross's boot.
Cross up and over. This matchup starts to open up a little bit. And check out MDogg.
They're giving it right back to him. And Matt Cross just flies through the air like a video game character. I mean, it just looks like he doesn't even have to try. It's so impressive.
I think Facade just got served.
Crowd firmly behind both of these men. We're gonna have a little dance-off
here. It's a dance-off. It's a white boy dance party. Tracy Smothers, where are ye? You can do the play-by-play for the next couple minutes, Chris. This is not my expertise.
The white boy dance-off?
No. You probably get a few cervezas in you. You probably start doing this kind of stuff.
Sure, it's certainly. Whoa! Now there's a little ultra mega mass murder homicide in the middle of the ring now.
Murder and homicide.
Murder. Yeah, there you go.
MDogg is a very experienced breakdancer. If anyone at home cares.
Got a little double worm action, and the fans getting a little extra for their money tonight.
Well, this takes psych-out tactics to a different level, but that respect is there.
There it is. If there were any doubts about how these two guys can move in that ring before, then not anymore.
Well, everybody's loose now.
I think we're warmed up. I think we're adequately warmed up.
You know, the funniest thing happened, Chris. I went to a dance club and a wrestling match broke out.
Sure, right, yeah. Here we go. I have a feeling the mood is about to change a little bit. We're going to get down to business.
Yeah, we had a little bit of fun, but neither of these men have forgotten why they're here. And again, you talk about the unorthodox psych-out tactics of a Colt Cabana, something like that. It's very similar as MDogg just wrestles Facade down amateur style, rides him, and then settles into the chancery. Both men showing that they can certainly mat wrestle, even though neither one really knows it.
Facade countering right out of it.
Top wrist lock, variation of T-lock. The left arm is traditionally the weakest of the two arms you have, and it's usually targeted by a lot of athletes because it's a lot easier to soften up, and if you lose one of your points of defense, regardless of what it may be, you are a lot more vulnerable for further punches.
And really, we've noted it at the top of the match. Really, we can see how evenly matched these two guys are as far as wrestling goes so far.
You see that agility of Facade, gets that momentum on his side, just able to reverse things right back into his favor.
Yeah, he can just float through the air. Very flexible. We saw him demonstrating that flexibility at the top of the match, warming up the corner.
Not responds in kind. The thing about Facade, he spends hours in the gym, in the dojo, on the wrestling mats, not just training in professional wrestling, sparring, working on holds, but also doing those neck bridging exercises. And that comes so Candy when it comes to balancing, when it comes to bridges, like suplexes, that type of thing. Something not a lot of people really take the time to do. They look past, and you may underestimate Facade because, let's face it, he's not the thickest built anatomy out there, but he has very strong neck muscles.
Absolutely, and like we hit on earlier, that's the difference between pros and amateurs. Is that you think about all the moves in wrestling that involve the neck. We have we have headlocks, we have chin locks, front chanceries. You can build up that. If you can build up some kind of resistance, some muscle in between your veins and your spine, obviously.
That's Matt back in control only for a moment. Bomber sweeps the legs.
He's back and forth here. One of a kind is Facade, and both these men know what it's all about. It's all about the competition. People want to see these guys compete at a top level that isn't seen all over the country.
Facade has really done so much in capturing the hearts and minds of all these fans here tonight and in his entire duration here at Remix Pro. I really have not seen another athlete who's caught fire quite like this in just, well, let's face it, 4 appearances here. Facade up and over. And I have a feeling this could turn into a game of can you top this. Paddle counter roll up out of the corner. Took him a while to get all the weight, did Facade. Able to adjust beautifully, springboard drop kick. And another lateral press, only for 2.
Well, the question is, who's going to crack first? We've seen it so many times. These matches, they start out so sportsmanlike, and then someone gets a little frustrated and takes it to the next level.
Trying to make double chicken wing on Cross. And you hear these fans channeling part of the entrance music of Facade. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. And we talked about earlier with the wide vertical base on the side headlock gives you so much more leverage and balance. Matt tried to put his own foot on the back of Facade's knee to drop Facade down, was not able to do that. Facade dropped toe hold. I give a slight quickness advantage to Facade in this matchup, but experience certainly, no doubt, goes to Matt Cross.
And you see that no wasted motion from Facade. He hits the drop toe hold,
there you
keeps
see
the
that
leg
bridge.
hooked, and we could very well have a submission here.
Variation of a death lock popularized by the legendary Great Muta. Again, that Japanese style that Facade has studied coming into play. Textbook suplex. Suplex, if you will. Hook the leg for 2. And right back onto that chin lock. Doesn't give Cross any room to breathe.
Well, we went from a back and forth seesaw battle to Facade firmly on top here in this one. You can see Cross always thinking, you can see him reaching around, he's trying to grab a leg, if he can grab a shoelace, anything to whip Facade around and get the leverage advantage.
Well, Cross can maneuver Facade to the side of him or in front of him. That negates a lot of Facade's leverage. Well, a lot of this is again, weight positioning, because Facade is just riding Cross with his own body weight. Cross sent for the ride. Again, that gymnast background, able to land on his feet, almost cat-like is Matt Cross, not just in quickness, but balance.
Well, a great example of the same from Facade, dropping down and tripping up Matt Cross.
Facade likes to go bulldog here, it's so pretty, but he got caught coming in. Springboard off the second rope, and that momentum worked against Facade, and he landed right on the knee, technically onto the tailbone, but I think you could tell that a lot of further damage was done as well. Maybe not intentionally by Matt Cross, but it still happened.
Facade essentially inverted atomic dropping himself. Matt Cross setting up something here.
This could be anything. And check out the balance of MDogg.
And what precision. I mean, not only can he move through the air, but just get exactly where he wants to be.
Absolutely.
And look at the strength, the upper body strength from Matt Cross.
And Cross going to follow through on the outside. And this is where things could get dangerous.
This could be that turning point I was talking about earlier, where the fun and games kind of halt, the sportsmanship kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, things get more physical.
Oh. Cross breaks the count.
Facade hits the post. And we know what this is a setup for. One of the most visually amazing maneuvers in professional wrestling today or any day. Ladies and gentlemen, the flag pole press.
Wow. The core strength that it takes to hold your body out there, most of your body, your legs, and all that weight out horizontally is incredible.
And Matt Cross firmly an advantage in this very first ever meeting one-on-one between Matt Cross and Michael Obama. Facade Cross could be the brand new Remix Pro champion if things progress in this fashion. Now to the other side. That side suffered far enough earlier tonight.
Apparently so. Facade trying to get in the ring. Matt Cross wasn't going to let him do it by himself.
Well, Cross knows you have to win the championship in the ring. He's no fool. He knew that's what he had to do. And Facade just hit hard once again. Facade, in his mind, he has something to prove. Even though he won that matchup, he survived TLC. Now, things don't get any easier. Now he has to prove that he still continue to belongs on top. And Facade, it's professional wrestling, 24/7 with him. No matter what he's doing, what he's thinking, and you can tell this dislike. You couldn't picture Facade in any other walk of life. You could picture this guy working at a travel agency or anything like that. Facade is all pro wrestling 24/7 in the gym, in the wrestling schools, at home, no matter what. But check out again the balance of Matt Cross. Just stopping in midair, almost Matrix-like, to drop those feet into the ribcage and bomb a Facade. Cover 2 and no.
Nice deep 2 count there. And it's one thing to be the hungry wolf climbing the hill. Right now, Facade is the wolf on top of the hill.
But is he just as hungry? That's the question.
That's the question, exactly. It's always the question when you're the champion. But again, the old saying, the champion doesn't have to beat the challenger necessarily.
That's very true. Not that I would expect Facade to take an easy way out, but certainly somebody gets accidentally counted out. We go to a time limit brawl, we go to a double count out. Facade would retain. He has the championship advantage. Facade with those round kicks, Cross responding. Cross has been driven all his life, especially in the past year, to prove critics like Steve Austin wrong. Booker T, Bill DeMott, standing moonsault, near fall. There are athletes that have been in this game for decades. There are athletes that are on global TV every week that I can't name that have gone to 16 countries in their career. But MDogg's done it, and he's nowhere near slowing down.
And he didn't get there on accident. It's all from hard work, and you can tell in the ring. You can tell by the way he knows his way around that ring.
He's been to Africa. He's been to Egypt, all over Europe, Australia. He wrestled on the undercard of Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair in Australia. As Matt Cross.
This could be Facade's chance to turn it back his way here.
Loves to walk the tightrope, but got caught. A step too many. Hook of the leg. He's got it, no.
And a deep hook of the leg. You can see all of Matt Cross's weight right on the chest and sternum of Facade. No waste of time here.
Cross has been a multi-time tag team champion in his day, mostly with Josh Prohibition. He has held singles titles, but he's not predominantly known as a singles wrestler, but don't let that fool you. Cross has the arm and leg bar. He does not have this move fully applied properly. He's got to be more horizontal toward the mat to be able to bend back with Facade more. He's got to go down to a knee. Facade senses that. Cross left himself wide open for a counter. As we are encountering, much like Facade's matchup at Remix 4, we're approaching a lengthy stay for this contest, as we are just about 15 minutes deep into this Remix Pro Championship battle. Facade seems to thrive the longer the bout goes. But will it be the end? Matt Cross, split leg moonsault, nobody home.
I had a feeling Cross was taking a little too much time getting up there. You know, people, it's not hit on enough. When you're delivering offense, when you're putting your opponent in holds, it takes so much out of you. Imagine holding a man down, trying to drive your knee, hooking his leg, hooking his arm. It takes your energy away as well. I think that was part of the reason why it took Cross so long to get up on the top.
Yeah, Cross took too many extra seconds to brace himself. and it just did not pay off. Facade has a chance. Both Facade and Cross are perhaps seeking a little bit of extra adrenaline from this capacity crowd. Don't see that very often. Crowd seemed very well split thus far. Maybe a slight advantage to Facade being the Remix Pro Faithful, regular and defending champion. Cross got a receipt for that atomic drop earlier, and second time. And Facade went spin kick. Matrix out of it, got it the second time.
And those educated feet, those kicks can come from anywhere from Facade. You see he's in midair and he swung his leg around. Oh.
Off comes the gi. That's Facade's sign he's about ready to finish this off.
The straps are down now.
Facade with the elbow. Stunts Cross's momentum.
And just back and forth, the momentum. Just when you think one has the advantage, the other one pulls something out of his hat, and Facade, no stranger to that top rope.
Not at all, or that tightrope walk. Second time the charm. Got the drop kick.
And the momentum from that missile drop kick springing off of the middle of that top rope where you can get the most spring out of it.
And you can tell that Cross is feeling the worst for wear. Facade, high risk, look out. Jeez!
And that's why we call it high risk, folks. That is it right there. Somehow Facade managed to get the better of that one, and I don't know how.
I don't know that he got the better of it. Check out his head. He is sliced wide open.
Oh no, look at the blood.
Facade is bleeding badly. A deep gash on the side of the head from his head bouncing off of a basketball floor. Springboard. Bulldog connects. Cross is hurt. Hook in the leg. This could do it. No.
I gotta say, there was a part of me that hoped that was it, because I can see the blood flowing out of Facade right now. And you don't think Matt Cross will capitalize on that if the referee doesn't find some reason to stop it?
Well, he has a great reason to stop it, but you gotta believe if he does, Facade will attempt to kill him.
Wow.
Facade has something to prove in his own mind. If there's a stoppage, we have a new champion. Arashikage driver coming up. Cross counters. The pump kick, and Facade sent flying. We get a cover too, and he got it.
Oh, I thought that was it. Wow.
And Facade even attempting to just stop the hand of the official, just in case he couldn't muscle up enough energy to get his shoulders up. And now we're seeing the true heart of a champion.
This is what it's all about. This is what champions are made of. Blood pouring out of the back of Facade's head.
But how long till the body gives out? He's losing an incredible amount of blood.
Oh, and the back of his head hit right off Matt Cross's knee.
That's not going to make things any more pleasant.
This crowd obviously very concerned. A good majority behind Matt Cross, but look, as you can see the blood on Matt Cross's torso.
Up and down with a double stomp. He's got it here. New champion now.
Oh, God. So close.
I think it's a good thing that this canvas is already red. If not, it would be stained with the war wounds of the bomber.
Matt Cross just covered in Facade's blood. You can see it on his chest, abdominal areas, his leg there. And he smells it.
Yeah, not to mention Facade's head, which is just covered in crimson.
Oh. You don't think Matt Cross is going to take advantage of this? You're crazy.
Like a mask on the side of
wow.
Facade's head. Look out, counter. Facade, where did he get this energy from? Lands on his feet.
I got to believe Facade's got to wrap it up soon if he wants to have enough blood left to finish this match, because it's pouring out of him.
Cross may wrap it up for him. Shooting star, nobody home. And Cross hits hard and awkwardly. And Facade, submission attempt here. He calls this the dreadlock. And Cross taps immediately.
Matt Cross tapping out. He had no choice. He had no choice but to tap out.
After 20 grueling and violent minutes, Facade proved something, if only to himself, that he is unequivocally the man here in Remix Pro Wrestling. What a war we have seen. A dream match, first time ever, between these two high flyers, and Facade still reigns as the Remix Pro Heavyweight Champion.
You can't discount the heart. He has the heart of a champion. And that heart right now is quickly pumping blood out of the back of his head.
Facade, still the man in Remix Pro. It's been a royal battle.